Hey there, it's Steve from Serious Keto, and yesterday when I was at Costco, I purchased 3 products that were either keto labeled or keto friendly labeled, or just seemed like they might be keto. And in this video, I'm going to try all 3 of them out and give you my impressions. Now before we get going, I need to throw a quick shout out to one of my viewers, Jan. Jan made this shirt, sent it to me. Thank you very much, Jan. If you're interested in seeing some of the other shirt designs that Jan has done, I will include a link in the description below to her store, Cedar Lake Gifts. The first product we're going to look at blatantly claims to be keto. Coconut Keto Clusters. Not keto friendly, this is keto. It says, looking at the macros, we have 8 grams of total carbohydrates, 3 grams of dietary fiber, which means we're looking at a net 5 grams of carbs per serving. How big is a serving? This much. Or, let me show you on a scale, 28 grams. So looking at that, I think that's a pretty accurate representation of serving size. Now, let's take a look at the ingredients. Organic coconut, so far so good. Pumpkin seeds, pecans, almonds, cane sugar, brown rice syrup? Coconut butter, erythritol, flaxseed, sea salt, agave fiber, natural flavor. I'm not exactly sure when cane sugar became keto. I mean, I guess if you make a small enough serving size, you can put anything you want in it. So I guess I find that keto claim to be a little bit dubious. In terms of taste, so it basically tastes kind of like a granola bar without the oats and stuff in it. I do pick up some of that erythritol cooling effect. At $9 a bag, I also gotta believe this is the sort of thing that I could probably make myself at a cheaper price per ounce or per gram. I think it wouldn't be all that hard to adopt either my candied pecans recipe or the toffee almond recipe to make some of these. Now, that does mean that you'd be buying ingredients in bulk. So if this isn't the sort of thing you think you would have on a regular basis, then maybe you buy a bag of it. And if you're also not concerned about the cane sugar. But I think if you like this sort of thing for a snack, you could easily make your own, and I'm probably gonna have to make a video on that in the next week or two. So for me personally, this is probably the last bag of this that I'll be buying. Next we have Red's keto-friendly Egg-wich. Basically you have 2 eggs that make up your bun, so a turkey sausage patty and a slice of cheese. In terms of carbs, we're looking at 3 grams total, 3 grams net. The one sort of sketchy ingredient that I see on here is potato starch as part of the sausage. Now, by way of comparison, these are the breakfast sausage patties from Aldi's, and they have 2 grams of carbs. So not way out of line in terms of the carb count on the Egg-wich. The instructions for a 1000-watt microwave, I've got a 900, so I'm probably gonna have to adjust this up a little bit. Wrap in a moist paper towel, cook for 50 seconds, flip sandwich and cook for another 50 seconds, let sit for 1 minute, and enjoy. Looking at the box, my impression was that they were going to be probably closer to the size of a chaffle type sandwich, and these are a little petite. By way of comparison, this is one of the Aldi's sausage patties. This is the Egg-wich. Here we go. I'm not going to call myself a big fan. The texture on the eggs has that rubbery, overcooked egg sort of texture, which does not work for me. Overall, the flavor is fine. The turkey sausage is fine. The texture on those eggs, though, it does not work for me. And at $13 for a box of 8, you're looking at a little over $1.50 for a sandwich. So I think unless you are absolutely into microwavable convenience foods, I'd probably stick with making breakfast sandwiches with chaffles. The final product is one that does not make any claims about being keto, but it is one that people have asked me about. Halloumi Fries. For those of you who are not familiar with halloumi, and I myself wasn't, it is a fairly firm cheese from the Mediterranean, and it's made from cow's milk, sheep's milk, and goat's milk. Because of its texture, it's supposed to stand up to frying or grilling or baking. And we're gonna air fry it. The serving size on this is 1 cheese fry. That's 24 grams. Total carbohydrates, 0. For the oven baking directions, it says to cook at 350 degrees for 12 to 15 minutes. I'm gonna adjust that down a little bit for the air fryer, and I'm not gonna make you watch all that, but I'll be back in a second for the taste test. So I wound up cooking these at 340 degrees for 9 minutes, and on the bottom, kind of a nice little crisp on it. Top, a little less so. So I think next time I do these, I'll probably flip them halfway through, maybe add an extra minute, maybe even spritz them with a little avocado oil. Now this is the first time I've ever had a halloumi fry. I like this. The seasoning on this, pretty good. Maybe a tiny smidge strong. It's a little bit salty, honestly. The halloumi has a texture that reminds me a lot of fresh cheese curds. You get that little bit of squeakiness as you're chewing it. I could totally see dipping this in some kind of sauce, like maybe a low-carb marinara or a tzatziki, which I also have a recipe for. Now this bag is $16, and it says there's 31 fries in there. And when I first looked at that, when I pulled it off the shelf at Costco, it kind of gave me pause. I thought, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it's worth that kind of money. But I did it for you. I then looked up the price for halloumi cheese on Instacart, and I saw that it ranged anywhere from about 2 cents per gram to 3.5 cents per gram. Now that's Instacart. I imagine if you went to the grocery store yourself, you could get it a little bit cheaper. The price per gram on this bag works out to about 2.5 cents per gram. So you're paying a little bit of a premium, but you're also getting it already sliced and seasoned. So of the 3 products, I think the one that I come closest to being able to recommend is the halloumi fries. I think that is a convenience item. If you just want to have 1 fry, 2 fries, probably a lot easier to do than getting actual halloumi and slicing it and seasoning. Although that doesn't even feel like a whole lot of work. So hopefully this can save you a little bit of money the next time you're at Costco if you're debating, should I get those keto clusters? Should I get those Egg-wiches? I'm gonna say no to both. Should I get the halloumi fries? Maybe. If you enjoyed this video, please click that like button. If you're not a subscriber already, hit subscribe and then tap the bell to turn on all notifications. And lastly, if you want to help out the Serious Keto Test Kitchen, click that join button and see what memberships and perks are all about. Thanks for watching.